They fined me $1,000 for fishing, so I bought the lake and charged them $250 an hour to step foot on it. Sounds crazy? It is, and it all started because one HOA president thought she could bully the wrong guy. My name's Austin Ward, landscape architect and water conservation specialist. 7 years ago, I bought a home in a beautiful Phoenix community called Silver Lake Estates, where the crown jewel was a sparkling 5-acre lake. A peaceful place where I fished every Sunday morning to find peace after a difficult divorce. That lake was my sanctuary, until the day she arrived. Marlene Hayes was elected HOA president, and she came swinging. Within a month, Marlene unleashed a flood of new violations. She fined a sweet elderly couple for bird feeders, declared the color blue illegal for front doors, and sent out a 20-page vision document filled with words like premium aesthetic compliance. I thought I could stay off her radar. I was wrong. One Sunday morning, as I quietly fished, Marlene stormed up in a blinding white tennis outfit, holding her phone inches from my face. "You're killing the fish," she shrieked. Yes, she said fish were drowning in water. Before I could even blink, I was fined $1,000 and threatened with foreclosure for damaging the ecosystem. But what happened next changed everything. Digging into the fine print unearthed something explosive. Frustrated and furious, I sat down with Bill, my neighbor and retired real estate attorney. Together, we combed through my original home purchase documents, and there it was. I legally owned 25% of the lake, with exclusive water rights. Not only could I fish, I could control how my section of the lake was used. And guess what? My section happened to be the most valuable. Controlling the northern shore Marlene desperately needed. Suddenly, I wasn't just fighting a fine, I was holding the keys to Marlene's secret $8 million development deal. So, I launched my revenge the smart way. With my lawyer, Angela Cruz, we filed paperwork to open Silver Catch Resort, a luxury catch-and-release fishing area on my section of the lake. Free to all regular residents, $250 per hour for HOA board members. I installed elegant docks, stocked the fish, and set up tasteful signage marking my private property. Marlene showed up the next morning, livid, screaming about common property. I handed her a copy of my deed and watched her face turn beet red. "This isn't over," she screeched. She was right. It was just beginning. The HOA fought back and lost spectacularly. Marlene called an emergency HOA meeting, desperate to shut me down. She tried to pass new rules banning commercial use of the lake. But when Angela presented the property documents and secret meeting minutes proving the HOA knew about private lake ownership years ago, the room turned against Marlene. Homeowners were furious. The HOA had lied for decades about the lake being common property. People demanded resignations. Several board members walked out, and Marlene's precious $8 million clubhouse project collapsed overnight. It was beautiful. But when bullies lose power, they get desperate. A few nights later, someone dumped toxic herbicide into my section of the lake, killing hundreds of fish. Security footage caught Marlene's adult son sneaking onto the property. When arrested, he confessed he was trying to send me a message. Marlene had ranted about how I was ruining everything. Police found text messages. The web of lies and corruption unraveled. In the end, we rebuilt something better. Marlene resigned in disgrace. The HOA was completely restructured. We turned the lake into a public conservation area, free for all residents. I even waived $500,000 in punitive damages in exchange for transparency reforms. Today, Silver Lake Estates isn't just prettier, it's stronger. Neighbors who once avoided eye contact now volunteer together to maintain the lake. Children laugh along the restored shores. The community thrives. And Marlene? She's now living across town, in another HOA, constantly battling their stricter rules. Poetic, isn't it? Here's what I learned. Sometimes the biggest bullies wear tennis shoes and wield rule books, but even the strongest tyrant can't beat a community that stands up for what's right. Never underestimate the quiet guy fishing at sunrise, because when pushed too far, he just might buy the lake and charge you $250 an hour to regret it.